Not so fast, stepmommy. You say the little girl dies of a seizure? Our investigation reveals blunt force trauma to the baby's head. Trauma so severe, her head leaves an imprint in the living room carpet. And not only that, tonight we learn en route to the hospital as EMTs desperately try to save your baby's life, you're busy on the cell phone doing a drug deal, trying to get your next order of Percocet. Yeah, I'm on to you, Mommy. We are now being joined by Jackie West, joining us tonight exclusively. This is the grandmother of 4-year-old baby Kaylen. You're seeing shots of the 4-year-old little girl right now dead. Stepmommy says because of a seizure. Our investigation reveals that the imprint of this baby's head was found on the carpet. The injuries to her little body indicate blunt force trauma. That's not a seizure. Jackie West, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Miss West, what happened the day that you learned baby Kaylen had passed away?
I received a phone call about 4 o'clock from my daughter, and she had told me that I needed to get to Craig's house quickly because Kaylen had had some sort of a seizure. You kind of have to excuse me for a minute because that was the first time I've heard the 911 call. I wasn't real upset at the moment because my grandson has seizures. He had a medical condition when he was born that caused him to have seizures. So I wasn't real upset. And I got to the house, and there was nobody there, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I thought, well, maybe they went to the hospital. So then I drove into the hospital, and I saw my son's pickup truck. She had the pickup truck, and I went in, and I asked them, and they pointed me around the corner, and Kaylen was in the trauma room. And they had her all tubed up, and I was totally blown away and confused because they were telling me she had a seizure. This doesn't happen with a seizure, and they were running as fast as they could out of the trauma room to get things to try to help her. And it wasn't a seizure. This doesn't happen with seizures like this.
Where is Mommy, Miss West?
Mom is close. She lives in a little town close to Athens now. We don't have much contact with her. My son has had custody of Kaylen since she was about 6 months old. And I would have to say that, you know, all this talk from the other people about what's going to happen, the woman was not insane. 2 weeks ago, she said she didn't do it. She covered it up. She hid the shirt. And now all of a sudden, I'm insane? Seriously? I get so upset over the whole situation that one day she's saying I didn't do it. She had a seizure. I didn't do it. And the next day she's saying I'm insane. Pick a side.
You know, Miss West, you're absolutely right. Everyone with me is little Kaylen's grandmother speaking out on her behalf. You guys were around Ashley Young all the time. Was there no indication, no red flag that she had been beating Kaylen? I mean, how did she act toward Kaylen when she was around you guys? Normally?
Yes, actually, there was no sign whatsoever that, you know, she felt anything towards Kaylen other than love. What happened in that trailer that day, we will never know. Other than the fact, the bottom line is that Kaylen died on her watch and at her hands. What led up to it, I don't know. But, you know, Kaylen's dead because of Ashley and not doing what she was supposed to do. I trusted her to take care of my son and my granddaughter, and she did neither. She destroyed my son's life and took Kaylen away from me.